The role of the state cannot merely be confined to that of a regulator. The state must actively participate in the mining industry to ensure that our national interest is protected and advanced.
To say, whilst we want to make sure that we play on an equal field with all private sector players, it will also be wrong of us not to have a particular bias towards a state-owned mining company whose primary motive is to make sure that we've got energy resources. Because the very same private sector, for them to be able to invest in mining, they would need energy. So it is important that we do have a platform to assure the private sector for access to security of supply, whilst at the same time creating a platform where in other areas we can compete on equal playing fields.
The private sector just needs assurance that there's not going to be preferential treatment given to the state mining company.
Well, we're not going to give any preferential treatment to the state mining owning companies. It will compete in the open markets like all other companies. They apply, follow the due process. If they succeed, okay. If they don't, they've accepted that.
Has this business plan been interrogated well?
We've experienced in the past where there was no participation by the state, and we have suffered a lot. Our economy, when you look at the last economic crisis, one of the challenges, one of the issues where we lost was the issue of local supply in terms of coal, because all your private sectors had long-term contracts externally, and we had no leverage for it.
We are positioning ourselves to play a critical leading role in the beneficiations of our minerals. We will also be increasingly evaluating our entry options into the PGMs and base metal to diversify our portfolio. Mining will be conducted using a contracted truck and shovel fleet. During the initial years, the mine will initially produce 800,000 tons per year, and then steadily ramp up to about 1.68 million tons. But there's nothing that stops us to go as high as 3 million tons per annum, depending on the appetite from Eskom. The coal from the Flag 14 project meets some of the current and future Eskom power station specifications, which does not require further processing except for sizing. AE will build a crushing and screening plant to size the coal to the required Eskom's specification. The estimated end-of-job capex for this project is 130 million rands. Our first coal will come out in June this year. One of the projects which is at an advanced stage is called the T project in the Bethel. The products that will come from this operation is coal and the synthetic crude oil. We are looking at producing between 10,000 and 15,000 barrels a day of crude oil in that particular operation. So there's a potential for foreign exchange savings of between 2.5 and 3.8 billion rands per year.
The big fear of everybody is that you're going to go knocking on the door of Treasury.
I don't intend to always ask Treasury to fund us. At some point in time, we have to be standalone company utilizing our own cash flows to venture into new projects. So I'll run these projects on a commercial viable basis.